Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a solar powered USB charger. You can see a little bit of it, solar panels on top of it. So the materials you'll need, you need a caliper for measuring, a 3D printer and some design software, batteries AA or AAA, some battery connections, solar panel or solar panels like I used, 18 gauge or smaller wire, inline diode, a solder gun and solder, and a USB port from a car charger. All of this is pretty inexpensive except for the 3D printer. The first thing you're going to want to do is measure. See, using the caliper, getting measurements and being able to design to the materials that you have. My box necessarily isn't the same as everyone else's. It's with the materials I had. So the next thing you're going to do is the design portion. You're going to get on your software and start making your pieces just one by one, and then put them in an assembly, making sure that they're going to fit. And also maybe adding a little bit of extra touch to it, like labeling AAA. The next thing would be testing. So printing them off in small portions and making sure that things fit and things work. On this first test here of the solar panel holder, they were too narrow and too tall, so I had to fix that. The next thing would be testing out the ring where my USB port would come in, and making sure that the ring was big enough so that that metal piece could fit in there. The next thing is the final printing process, putting things in an assembly and making it how you want it to be, and then putting it in your software and finally printing it off. A few tips for that, or for the whole process here, is making your parts smaller than, or testing out the small parts that you want instead of printing out big, so to save material. And then the printing, depending on your printer, it could take you 2 hours or it could take you 15 hours. My whole process took me 13 hours to print. The next thing would be the soaking process, just soaking off the support material. It's a pretty easy process. Here you can see taking things out of the tank and just getting ready to put things together. The next part is the assembly, making sure everything is ready to go and is going to fit. So putting solar panels where they need to go, or your solar, if you're just using one, making sure your batteries fit, and that your battery holders work and that your connectors work, and then just seeing if your box fits together and looks nice, and if you want to make any additional changes. So the wiring portion, so this is where your solder and soldering gun will come in. You're going to wire these in series to get more volts out of it. You can see I wired my batteries positive, negative, and then had a positive going all the way around. And then on my solar panels, I have my negatives all wired together, my positives all wired together. Although this charger is not yet finished, I will add additions to the final wiring process. And then you can see here the final product. Some tips and tricks. You're going to want to use a wet cloth with your soldering. It just makes it work a lot better. And then why it works and why this is beneficial. This is a great way to make your own device that can charge your phone anywhere you go, pretty much, if it's sunny out. And if you buy good enough batteries, I bought Energizer batteries, which should last a long time and hold a lot of charge. You can use this all the time. And basically, in conclusion, this is just a easy way to always have power for your devices, and if you're good with your software, or if you have another method of making your box, it's another way to display that and put that to real use in using your resources. And this can pretty much be done with any kind of materials. You don't need any specific kind. You can use smaller wire, you can use bigger wire if you want to make it bigger, if you want to charge an iPad or something like that. And the way you design it is pretty much up to you. There's no right or wrong way. It's just these are the materials I had and the design that I came up with. If you had one panel, obviously your lid would look different. If you use AA batteries, obviously you wouldn't need as many of them. You can buy kits online if you want to make it a little bit better. I just kind of had some scrap pieces that I didn't really pick out, so this is what I was able to come up with. I hope this was helpful, and if you want to make it, ask any questions, um, and pretty much it's up to your own imagination how to make this. It's just kind of a step-by-step process of how to do it. So that's it.